One of the most intriguing Superman villains yet to appear in a film is Ultraman. With a new Superman movie set to release next year, rumors suggest that Ultraman might finally make his live-action debut as one of the main antagonists. If true, this could set the stage for Superman's most epic live-action battle to date. Because of the shifting nature and history of comic books, there have been plenty of different versions of Ultraman over the years. The first story explored the history of the very first version of Ultraman, who was markedly different from Superman. Ultraman was sent to Earth 3 from Krypton, for reasons not really explained, considering this version of Krypton never exploded. Upon landing on Earth 3, Ultraman slowly gained more and more power as he came into contact with kryptonite. Unlike Superman, kryptonite doesn't harm Ultraman. Instead, it increases his power and even grants him new ones. This trait sticks with the character for many of his comic appearances, with some stories even going so far as having Ultraman snort the kryptonite like a drug. The pre-crisis Ultraman joined forces with other sinister counterparts, including Owlman, Superwoman, Power Ring, and more, to form the Crime Syndicate, the most formidable criminal organization on Earth 3. After effortlessly conquering their home planet, their ambitions grew to multiversal domination. They set their sights on Earth 1, leading to their first clash with the Justice League. Though the Crime Syndicate lost this battle, they have resurfaced repeatedly throughout DC's history. Regardless of how many times the universe is rebooted or altered, the Crime Syndicate always finds a way to return. The original version of Ultraman eventually dies in Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 by Marv Wolfman and George Perez when the Anti-Monitor obliterates his entire universe. Despite his death, this story isn't the last readers see of Ultraman, as he's simply too good of an idea to let go. Ultraman again appears 25 years later in JLA, Earth 2 by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. This story gives Ultraman the biggest departure from Clark Kent's origin so far, as this version of Ultraman has a completely different origin, further setting him apart from the heroic Man of Steel. Superman has perhaps one of the most famous superhero origins of all time. Sent on a rocket to Earth due to his dying planet, the first Ultraman had nearly an identical origin, but the second Ultraman couldn't be more different. Instead of being an alien who lands on Earth, the post-crisis Ultraman is a decorated astronaut who had gone into space plenty of times, but during one of his many outings, his ship crashed. Instead of dying a fiery death, he was saved by a race of aliens. Seeking to create the ultimate weapon, the aliens used kryptonite to enhance Ultraman's human body, transforming him into a being of unbelievable power. The aliens made a fatal miscalculation. They attempted to brainwash Ultraman after granting him his powers. The plan backfired spectacularly when Ultraman broke free, using his newfound abilities to kill his captors. Returning to Earth, he unleashed his power in a brutal conquest, swiftly taking over the planet. Ultraman's ruthless domination inspired other superpowered beings to rise, including this universe's Lois Lane, who was revealed as the Amazonian villain Superwoman. Together, they formed the Crime Syndicate, cementing their reign of terror. The Crime Syndicate's rule over the planet eventually inspired that world's Lex Luthor to rise up and try to defeat them. Using his incredible genius, Lex summons the Prime Earth Justice League, leading to another of the first encounters between the Justice League and the Crime Syndicate. This version of Ultraman is one of the longest lasting, but again, he wasn't the final version. After the events of Dark Knight's Death Metal, a third new Crime Syndicate appeared in the DC universe.